Kansas City. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert going to go to the air right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, Riblet, Riblet.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. The Chiefs at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with a touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now it's Herbert. Open man is the rookie from Auburn. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Yellow.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Pacheco. Able to fight through. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the 1st half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Thomas brings it in. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Throwing on second and long. Herbert looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Open man is Duvernay. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
21.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Go, go, go. 21.
Here's Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Hey, go lion, 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 lion. Home troops right. Set.
Again, Herbert. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. This is intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Let's go, let's go.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a run with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Butker on for the PAT. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 61 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 6. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, They further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
To kick off for the Jaguars.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Here's Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is Pacheco. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 146 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
15.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They try with Pacheco. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run with Pacheco. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Herbert following the turnover. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, an even 90 yards. And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd down and a yard.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Mahomes to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Hines-Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Now he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Herbert. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Did much to the end zone the last time out.
Here's Herbert. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 41 yards. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. A good passing attack, even though that one was incomplete. He's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know.
He's got a man, complete. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Let's go, let's go.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 yards to go, second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And it's intercepted in the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.